Hi, it's Randy Altman with PostPerspective. We're here at NAB 2019, and to my left is Jeff Edson from Assimilate. Jeff, this is many an NAB for you and me.
I don't like being asked how many it is.
I didn't ask
the number's
the quantity,
big, but I've been asked
the
a lot
quality.
this week. It's like, how many NABs is this for you? It's like, stop it, just stop.
Well, at this show, so right now you guys are offering Scratch 9, but soon to be
9.1.
9.1. And do you want to talk about formats?
Sure.
Because you guys have always worked well with all different types of codecs and formats. So why don't you just fill us in a little bit?
Sure. I mean, the new things that we're showing at the show is obviously was announced this weekend, which is support for Apple ProRes RAW. The opportunity to potentially democratize sort of the RAW space over time is you got to start someplace, and a number of us sort of put our foot in the water and are actively supporting the format now. So I think the ecosystem can start to grow. The chicken and egg kind of thing sort of evolve. So camera people and acquisition companies don't have to worry about is there going to be back-end tools to be able to support it if I support this, and vice versa. So ProRes RAW is obviously one of the ones that leads the way. The other thing we're showing is the soon-to-be released new Red SDK that's all GPU-based, which allows for real-time 8K playback from their Monstro cameras, which is very, very cool. The collaboration between themselves and NVIDIA, our friends at NVIDIA, they've done a really remarkable job of really squeezing a lot of performance out of just generic graphics cards, NVIDIA graphics cards. And but I think they challenged themselves to hit sort of one level of what it would require, and they far exceeded that. We're showing in the B&H booth real-time playback on 1080i, which was not the level of graphics card they sort of initially expected. That's pretty cool. I think especially for the people that shoot on Red, this has been sort of the long-awaited thing to be able to happen.
Sure.
Because they were shooting on 8K, and you could play back full res 8K at maybe 3 or 4 frames a second, and now you can play it back real time, which is really cool.
Okay.
And then we've had update to the Blackmagic RAW that we're also showing there. So a lot of new formats that just continue to flow out, and we're jump on them because we have a fairly large install base in the production dailies world, and sort of taking formats from camera, media from camera, and being able to support that is really key.
Sure. Now you're also Codecs has a suite here, and you guys are there as well. Can you talk about that relationship?
Sure. We've had a very good relationship with codecs for many years, and they've always been a good workflow integration with their Vault and the various tools they have for onset. And they came out with the HTE format, I believe it was last year, and we've been supporting that since then. It's sort of a neutral file format for coming out of the Array world and on the codecs platform. So we're pretty excited about that, and they're showing that integrated in with tools like Scratch to show the onset dailies workflow.
Gotcha. So, well, speaking of dailies, that's sort of your claim to fame as well. Can you talk about what's new with that?
Sure. I mean, again, it's sort of, if you look at it, there's sort of 3 foundations to everything there. One is support the things I'm shooting formats, performance, and there's a lot of new things coming out, both in 9.0 as well as in our upcoming 9.1 that really deal with squeezing a lot more performance out of the hardware pipeline, as well as more efficient codec support, as well as in metadata. And metadata has become sort of the mantra for us for quite a few years, and it just is it becomes a larger and larger collection of basically saying collect everything.
Yeah.
Collect everything and anything anywhere through the pipeline, because you just don't know where it's going to be needed down the pathway, and a lot of people are taking advantage of that as you go through the pipeline through post-production.
Sure, makes sense. Is there anything I haven't asked that's important?
Well, I have to give a plug to our friends at B&H, who have been a partner for ours ever since they started the studio, maybe 12 years ago. And we're in their booth, and they put together a turnkey bundle with ourselves, with Silverdraft and G-Tech, targeted both onset dailies as well as in a configuration for post-production for VR as well as non-VR post-production workflows. and they're pretty excited about the opportunity to continue to work with them to be able to bring good solutions to the marketplace, and they're a very good partner as always.
Yep. Well, Jeff, another NAB.
Another NAB.
We're halfway there. Thanks for coming by and
talking
to us. And I'm Randy Altman, PostPerspective. This is NAB 2019.